Hello, hello, and welcome to Notary Life with Kimmy. How is everyone doing? Hey, Angela, first one here. How are you? Welcome. And welcome to those who will join us on the replay and the podcast. How is everyone doing? I know it is the middle of the day, but I did send out an email. I also put it on Facebook and as many places as I can. So I will send out the replay. So I thought we'd just catch up today. It is so much going on. And I was just like, we have to go live. We have to talk. Crystal, how are you? Hell on Wheels. I just love the name of her business. It's Hell on Wheels. That's so cute. So anyway, guys, what is new with you all? What is new? I guess the main reason, I'm going to give YouTube a couple more minutes to let people know we're live. But the main reason I wanted to go live today, honestly, is just so much going on about notaries. And we are really taking a hit on fraudulent activities, on fraud. And it's in the news every day and surrounding property. Everyone knows what's going on with the Elvis thing. Hey, Danielle, how's it going? Yeah, everyone's talking about what's happening with this Elvis thing, with the fraud down there. They almost lost Graceland. And that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Graceland, I mean, if you've ever been that way, if you're from Memphis, you know. But everybody knows Elvis. So for his house to be at risk because of some bad notarization stuff going on, it's not good. So I want to talk about that a little bit. How to protect yourself, what really is going on out here in these notary streets, as we say. And because it's a lot of activity. I mean, a lot of talk about us, and it's not good. It's just not. You got the fraud aspect of it. They just think that we're being willy-nilly out there. I was just looking today. Georgia's coming up with some new things to try to put in place to help prevent fraud. More stricter ID regulations. We're actually going to have a journal, looks like, in January 2025. So if you don't know your state rules, you need to know because they are changing and things are just getting stricter. I did a whole live a few weeks ago. Seems so long ago now, but and I have a little seriousness in my tone because it is serious, guys. A signing company now, they want you to wait 5 minutes after the signing and do a Google video so they can look at the documents and look at everything. So it's so much fraud going on. And even here in Georgia and everywhere, you got this squatter situation going on. People are taking people's property with fake documents. And we don't want to have anything to do with that as notaries. We have to protect ourselves and we also have to protect our client. So I'm going to go over a few tips on how to protect yourself. And I want to know what you guys are thinking. What is going on? What are you hearing as far as this fraud is concerned? What concerns you about being a notary when it comes to fraud? What concerns you? Someone stealing your name. They can go get stamps made, you know? That's why it's so important to know your state handbook. If your stamp is stolen, what is the process? Okay, most of the time it's going to be, of course, to let the Secretary of State or your governing body who's over your notaries, let them know that you've been compromised. The same thing with your debit or credit card. You would let your bank know, hey, that's not me. Someone stole my identity. As soon as you find out, you want to keep your bag under lock and key. Make sure it's always in your possession. Things happen. People break in cars. Matter of fact, when I first started, I did a video about having magnets on your cars and is it safe? You know, that wasn't the whole video. Is it safe? But it was about magnets and how you want to be cautious of where you leave your magnets on your car. If you're in a high crime area, you may not want to advertise or wherever. It don't have to be high crime. It could be anywhere. Things are happening all over. The best neighborhoods, the worst neighborhoods, no neighborhood. So be cautious of even advertising that you're a notary because they may think the bag is in the car. And with so much fraud going on, you just have to be extra cautious. Even when I do notarizations at my home by appointment only. So people cannot just pop up. But if I have to come in the house and print something for them, I lock my car. I lock the door to my house. Okay. I lock the door because I never let them in my home. It's very, very rare. I mean, one day it was super cold. We let a couple people come in, elderly, a couple times, but normally I don't let people come in my home. We do it right out in the garage or the driveway, right? And or I'll go to the curb too, curbside service. So I notarize at the curb. Whatever you need, I get it done. But all that being said, though, if I do have to step away for any length of time, I'm making sure my stamp is locked up. Okay. You too want to make sure your stamp is locked up. Karen says, I'm from Philadelphia. I'm a new electronic notary and I'm trying to start my own business. And I'm not sure what to do first. Karen, I would highly recommend getting the book that I wrote for the state of Pennsylvania, How to Start Your Notary Business, for those of you who may not be familiar. And it's one for your state. And it goes over that, how to start the business. Because in order to be a good RON notary or remote online notary, you need to be a good notary overall. So check out the book. It'll help you step by step to build out that business. And then the Notarize Like a Pro training course will help you to know how to properly notarize documents. Because that's what we find a lot of times. People get their commission from their state. And then they're like, I'm ready to go. I got my commission. I have my journal. I have my stamp. Let's do this. No, we got to back up just a little bit. Okay. Just a wee bit. So after you receive your commission, though, your next step is going to be to get some training. Okay. So check out Notary Educators LLC. We actually have some classes coming up for the notary signing agent, also for Notarize Like a Pro. And Angela actually has some apostille classes. So everything is on the website. I tried to redo the website a little bit to make it a little easier to find the live training, because many of you were like, we can't find the live training. So I know that was poor business on my part, but I had to figure out a couple of things on the back end with the website that I use. So I figured it out. So now you should be able just to go to the website, go under live trainings, and be able to pick and choose what you need. Okay. So back to the business at hand. So Crystal says, I've seen locking bags on Amazon. Yeah, so you can always lock your bag up like that. But a lot of times, a couple more tips as far as securing your stamp. When I'm at a signing, I have a, Odetta said, yeah, that's her. Yeah. So what I do, though, at a signing too, I have a pink stamp and a purple stamp. And I do that on purpose because if it's black, I find it just mingles in with everything on the table. And when you get ready to pack up and leave, you're so worried about the documents, making sure they're executed properly, that you may not remember to grab your stamp. Now, I have never left my stamp at anyone's home. I'm so grateful for that one. I did lose my journal one time, but that wasn't even my fault. That was Jeffrey's fault. He put it on top of the car and it flew off the car. So I thank God when I got home that day, and go watch that video. It's kind of funny, but I'll tell you a little bit. But anyway, we were on our way out to a signing and we were rushing out. You always rushing for a signing. And he put it on top of the car. And I got to the next signing and I was like, where's my journal? Because I always pack everything up. I usually pack everything up before I do my double check on my documents. So, and that's another, I do that because I just want a fresh eye when I look at the documents, right? We've just finished signing them. So I want to just look at it, look at something different and come back, And anyway, I get to my next signing and I said, where's my journal? And my journal wasn't there. So he had put it on top of the car. So we got back home around 3:00. It sat out there all day. It didn't rain or anything. And my journal was just sitting there. So I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened to me. So, I mean, I'm human. It happens. So make sure though. So that's another little tip. When you order your next stamp, if you have to order one for any reason, get it in a color so you can see it easily on the table. Or if you don't have a different color stamp and it is black already, don't go out and spend money to get a new one. However, I do want you, before you leave your signing, though, to always, what I like to say, kind of sweep the table with your eyes and make sure, just like I say, sweep the documents when you're learning how to do your loan signings. I teach you kind of how to sweep everything when you're looking for an assignment, even to sweep the phone really quick, like eye contact, left or right, up and down, kind of. It might be a professional term for that, but I just call it sweeping. Oh, someone's calling me. Excuse me. Let me tell Jeff to get that. It might be business. I'm sorry. 1 second. This is live. See if that's business. He has my telephone, y'all. Sorry about that. So this is live, and I'm actually running a business, so I have to get the phone. Um, so anyway, those are little tips though, for real, that can help you to secure your notary stamp. And you do want to do that. Hey, Katrina, what's going on? Long time no hear from. So, and I have been a little MIA over here going live, guys, because we have been doing the mentorship program, and that is going amazing. If you haven't heard, we finally rolled out a mentorship program about 2 months ago now. I think it started in April. So April, May, we're going into our third month. And it's actually going very well. So check it out at notaryeducatorsllc.com. And we talk about everything over there this month. I don't have my phone in front of me, but I know we're doing Chat GPT, Canva. Hey, Angela. We're doing Chat GPT. We're doing Canva. Don't have the schedule. Like I said, Jeffrey has my telephone. So anyway, that's Angela, our trainer, actually, in the comments. So anyway, guys, so you really want to secure your stamp, though. You really want to secure your stamp because it's just so much going on. A few more tips when it comes to making sure you do the most that you can. Now we want to do the most. We want to do, you know how we say, oh, is she doing the most? As a notary, when you're out there, you want to do the most when it comes to making sure that we're doing our part to help with fraud, okay? Let's see what Katrina said. Hey, Kimi, I had a nursing home reach out for me to do a notary event. Do you have any videos on how to conduct a notary event? I do not, but I can tell you right quick. I can tell you what I would do. That is so cool, girl. That is so cool. So let me, I forgot what I was going to tell y'all right quick. Oh, man. Well, let me do Katrina, and then remind me what I was talking about, somebody in the chat, please, because I sure forgot. Katrina said, so anyway, if I was hosting a notary event at a nursing home, I would make sure I took some information maybe on what is a power of attorney, because most of the time they're looking for that kind of information. What is a power of attorney? What is a notary? They may not even know what you're out there to do. I would create a little something cute. Keep it simple because you're dealing with older folks. They don't really want to see nothing but you. Keep it very informal. Don't be too stuffy. Have your business cards and just offer what the benefits of your services going out there. That's what I would do if I was hosting an event. I believe in keeping it simple. If it's not simple, I'm not having anything to do with it. I have had so many people that have functions and they like, hey, Kim, or gatherings, parties, whatever word you want to insert. And they like, hey, can you help with this? I'm like, sure. And the moment it started going real crazy, your girl is out. I will give you the money to help with it, but I'm not wasting a whole lot of time on a whole lot of rigmarole. I like to keep it simple. And I forgot what I was getting ready to share with y'all. Can somebody remind me before I answered Katrina's question? Anybody help a sister out if you're not driving? Because I sure forgot. But anyway, back to securing the documents, though. And not just securing the documents, but making sure you help with fraud. You also want to read the room. Read the room. Make sure, does it make sense? Does it make sense? If you got, a young person and all this property and, he's trying to do something, I'm double checking that, I double check everything. So take your time at signings too. Do not let nobody rush you. Do not let them intimidate you. Don't let your client be intimidated. You have to advocate for your client. So the family is there to advocate for them, right? But sometimes you have to advocate. You may not be able to do it for whatever reason. If you don't feel comfortable, if it doesn't make sense, we can't just say, well, I don't like that, I'm not doing it. No, that's not how we run businesses. But if it doesn't make sense and you've done all of your due diligence to figure out, okay, so this 8 plus 8 does not equal 16. It's not working. Or 1 plus 1 ain't equaling 2. If the math is not mathing and the room is not rooming, then we're not doing it. Okay, but again, even with that, you want to be kind, patient with the person and let them know if you don't feel the I want to say patient because I used to work at the hospital. If you don't feel the client is capable of signing that day, be honest. I find honesty is the best policy. Now, it's all in how you say it. Don't be like, your mom don't understand what I'm doing, so I can't do it. Be professional. And that just sounds like, Mr. Smith, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, mom looks like she might have had her medication. Did she already, or whatever? If you can determine that. Now, he might have just said, mom. They'll tell you too. They're usually pretty upfront. When people are legit, they don't hide a lot either. So they'll usually tell you, yeah, mom just took her medication, so she might be a little groggy, or you know what I mean. So listen to what they're saying. Make sure you listen, and don't just assume. I got a whole couple videos I just filmed. That's why Jeffrey has my phone. He's going to do some editing. But we're talking about, I'm checking my phone, sorry. But we're talking about how to determine if the client is legit or whatever. Let's see. If, the transaction rather, not the client. Crystal says, oh, thank you, Crystal. Yes, Crystal is part of mentorship. Thank you, Crystal. So we are doing Chat GPT, Canva, wedding officiant, and then a monthly check-in for the end of the month. And I like to do that. Thank you so much, Crystal. I really appreciate it. I like to do that end of the month check-in because that helps us to set goals for the next month. So it's been going very well. If you've already missed some, you're not too late because everything's recorded and you can just go back and watch the replays if you have any questions. It does come with a private group me where you can ask questions. Okay. You can ask questions about anything you've watched if you didn't make it live. Or whatever you got going on. If you're out there and you have an apostille, Angela's helping you with all of your apostilles, loan signing, whatever you need, we got you covered A to Z. Tiffany says, good afternoon, Kimmy. I haven't used my notary in years. I'm ready to get back in business. What do you suggest? If you're already familiar with how to properly notarize, then we just need to start back building the business. Because you have to know how to notarize. A lot of times I hear people say, well, we don't just teach you how to stamp papers. No, you need to know how to stamp papers because that's your job. Can you imagine a surgeon say, I don't just do surgery? No, you need to know how to do surgery. So anyway, yeah, I would start by first knowing that I do remember what I need to do as a professional in your role as a notary. And then from there, we're going to start back marketing, getting our business cards, growing that business, just getting it back going. Okay. And if you're brand new, because sometimes people say they had it and they haven't did anything with it. If you don't know how to start the business at all, then I would say get the Start Your Notary Business book for your state. And if you can get the ebook, it's a nice little quick read. It takes you step by step how to build out that business. Okay. And if it's been a while and you've never read that book or don't own that book, that's where I would start. I'll take a few more questions. I'll hang out a few more minutes before I have my next appointment. Oh, you're so welcome. My pleasure. Guys, my pleasure. So I went to Chick-fil-A. Y'all know Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A. I ain't addicted to Chick-fil-A, but I like Chick-fil-A. Okay. I think what I'm addicted to with Chick-fil-A is the service. They always say my pleasure. I say that all the time in my business, my pleasure. And when you say it, you got to mean it though, because they know if you're faking, right? And most of the time in Chick-fil-A, those people are really feeling it. They must be paid very well. I love Chick-fil-A customer service. I'm all about service. So, Angela said, yeah, you are. We all are, though. We all are. I probably do the most, though, because I just love making sure people, you have what we promised, especially in any line of business I've been in. Odetta says she liked it. I'm glad you made it over here, Odetta, because I got your message right at 2 when I was going live and I could not respond. I didn't want to be late. Yeah, so I'm glad you made it over here. So Odetta says I'm addicted to the chicken and the mac and cheese. And guys, y'all know I'm doing Weight Watchers, right? Oh, Katrina said they are paid very well. Okay. Because they act like it. I mean, we saw this older man the other day. He was outside sweeping the parking lot. And I would have thought he was like the VP or something, right? He was out there sweeping the parking lot like anybody else. Yes, Odetta. Yeah, so sorry I could not get your I saw the email, but I couldn't even respond on my watch. Jeff has my phone, like I was saying earlier. He's doing some videos. So, but I really want to encourage you guys, do not be scared of starting your business because of all the fraud that's going on too. That was the other piece of what I wanted to share. Don't be scared. Please don't. But we have to be cautious, but not frightened. Okay. Just like you drive a car, there are car accidents all day long, depending on what big city you live in. The chances of you dying on the road are pretty high. They are. But does that stop us from driving? That's quite all right, sweet. Oh, my pleasure. Does that stop you from getting in the car and driving downtown to the concert? No. Does it stop you from driving to Florida, going on vacation? No. So the same thing with your notary business. Don't be afraid. Oh, thank you, Tam Renee. I appreciate it. I really do. She says, I enjoy your content. Thank you. Yeah, but don't be afraid, but be cautious, okay? So we're not letting anything else stop us. You know, airplanes have accidents, but we still fly, you know? And I hate flying. I really do, but I will do it. Matter of fact, I might have to do it soon. I hate it. I hate it. And then when I do it, I might have to do more than one plane. I'm like, oh, Lord. So anyway, that's another story for another day. But my point is, do not let that stop you from doing your business, okay? If you're a professional, and we're not relying on, I can't stand it when, I'm going to go on my tangent really quick. Katrina says, I've been on a weight loss journey as well. I had lost 200 pounds without surgery. Girl, get it. That is great. I'm at a standstill, Katrina, right now. I'm at 22 pounds. I had lost 27, and then I went on vacation a couple months back and gained like 6. So I still feel okay with that because I'm learning how to eat. I'm not doing any drugs or anything like that. So if somebody wants to, that's up to them. But that's from my other channel, that conversation. But congratulations, girl. You are doing amazing. But here I go digressing again. Can y'all tell me what I was just going to tell y'all? I need to eat lunch. I have not had lunch. I want to make me a tuna sandwich when I get off of here. Just be consistent. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. I lost 21 and gained 8. Too many sweets. I know, right? The sweet. That's my thing too. Sweets. Guys, I wanted to wrap it up. Tell me what I was saying really quick. Can somebody tell? Don't be afraid. Thank you, Crystal. Crystal is on top of it today. Thank you, Crystal. Yes, don't be afraid, though. I don't want you to not do the business because of all the fraudulent things that are happening and the bad rep that we're getting. What I want us to do is be properly trained, rise above so they can say, oh, yeah, and if a group of people are talking in a room and they're like, yeah, notary's this and notary's that and notary's that, I want them to be able to say, you know what? Wow, I hate that's your experience, but my notary's great. My notary's Kimberly. My notary's Tam, Odetta, Crystal, Katrina. Okay. That's what I want them to say. Oh, that's your experience. Oh, Tiffany's not like that. Karen's not like that. Danielle's not like that. Both of our Angelas, they're not like that. Alexis isn't like that. Jeffrey's not like that. My notary's different. Okay. So that's what I want you guys to focus on. Learning how to properly notarize your documents. Learn how to properly run your business. Learn how to properly screen your clients. Screening them to find out what their needs are. Screening them to see if they're even alert enough or able to sign or willing to sign. Okay. I got a video coming out about that. So watch the little series that's coming out. It's going to be like 3 videos. Coming out soon. Again, all of the classes we do have uploaded now. The dates for the month of June are out, so please check. And we're going to be very consistent. Again, I did a little tweaking of the website, so now it should be easier for you to find the classes, the live training. Because before, again, and that's poor business, and I have to admit it, that was poor business on my part. If I put a course out or a training class and you can't find it, how am I benefiting you? I'm not. So I did a little tweaking, and now you should be able to find the live training pretty easily. Okay. So Katrina says your channel is very effective and helpful. I've done everything you all said. And that's how you win. Katrina, I know you have. You've been with us for a while. And you're consistent too with your notary business. I know that. And I can tell by the questions you're asking, girl, I'm so proud of you. Somebody wants you to come and do an event. I like that. I really like that. I'm going to do an Angela move on you too. You may even, since they're calling you out there like that, you may even say, hey, and for your clients, when they call, I'll give them a $5 discount or a $10 discount. Probably 5. Angela, right? Where Angela at? So Angela says we want everyone to win in business. Yeah, she's right. So we do. So I would do that even, Katrina, with your event that you're hosting. I would let them know I really want their business. So every time one of their people call, hey, I might give them $5 off and let them know, hey, I'm calling from such and such, and I think that'll go over well too. Angela said, right. Yeah, I think that'll go over well. So we're doing not just about anything to get the business, but we want to make sure that people know we want their business. In one of the videos that I just filmed, actually, before I came live, I mentioned that I say, ask your clients for referrals. Give them cards to pass out for you. They're working for you at that point. I order my business cards. I always say now about 1,500 at a time. I hand out 3, 4, 5 to every client, at least 3 for at least 3. And they never say, oh, I don't want a card. So when I hear people say, oh, I only do digital, or I only do pop or popple or whatever it's called. No, people still like old fashioned cards. They put them right in their wallet or they put it right in the car and they work for you. They passing out your card. Oh, you need a notary? Call this girl right here. So that's what you want. Okay. So I am going to get ready to go. Y'all got 5 minutes. Any burning questions right quick? Any burning questions? Because it's starting to rain and get dark. So I'm kind of scared my power might go out. So that's another reason why I'm going to get out of here, because the power, it probably won't, but I don't know. But it is raining kind of heavy. It's been raining really bad in Georgia. It's kind of heavy. So any other burning questions? Thank you. Go eat your lunch. All right. I think I'm going to take you up on that, Odetta. All right. Well, everyone, it has been my pleasure. You hear that? My pleasure as always. Thank you. All Things Notary. Check us out. For All Things Notary, check us out at NotaryEducatorsLLC.com. And on behalf of Notary Life with Kimmy and the Notary Educators Training Team, I am going to say goodbye. Let's see what Katrina said right quick. What's a buyer's package for a signer? Buyer's package is just that. It's usually a smaller package. Usually it's a smaller package. They may be buying it from usually it might be like a private owner situation. Because you're in Georgia, if I'm not mistaken, right? And if you are, you would never do a full-blown, like a realtor package. Because a realtor, how small? It just depends. I've had a buyer's package like 20 pages and I've had some for like 50. So literally it just depends. Oh, you're in Ohio. Okay. Yeah. So it might be a little bit bigger there. Usually they still aren't that big. Your largest package probably is going to be that is going to be reverse mortgage or either refis are larger, but buyers are usually like about 50 or less. Oh yeah, I definitely would take it. I definitely would take a buyer's package in a heartbeat. Yeah, those are pretty quick. My favorite are sellers packages and buyers. Those are my 2 favorites. Oh, my absolute favorite is loan modification if they're paying right. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Much success to all of you, and I'll see you somewhere, either training, mentorship, or on YouTube. Okay, bye. Have a good day, guys. Thank you.